just recently picked up a brand new single cab. These are the new headlights that we got for the truck. It looks a whole lot better. Went ahead and broke the first thing on the truck. What's up, chat? Welcome to a brand new video, and today's vlog is going to be a pretty good one because as you guys can see behind me, I just recently picked up a brand new single cab, and we already got some new parts in for it today that we're going to be installing later in this video. But before any of that, let me go ahead and show you guys my brand new single cab step side Z71. So what do we think of the brand new build, chat? It is the Z71 4x4, of course, and I've been wanting one of these trucks for a long time, and I had finally gotten the opportunity to go look at this one, and I just couldn't not bring it home, chat. So real quick, before we get into the new parts that we got for it that we're going to be installing today, I'm going to go ahead and show you the interior on this thing. So if you guys couldn't tell already, this truck is completely stock from the outside, and the interior on it is also completely stock, for the most part at least. As you guys can see, the dash and everything is all stock. The only aftermarket stuff that it has is the tint, which I actually just took it this past weekend to get done. So we went ahead and did 5% tint all the way around, and we also went ahead and tinted the windshield, legally of course. And then the stereo is also aftermarket, but besides that, the seats and all the pillars and everything is completely stock on the inside, as well as the headliner, which you guys can see is already starting to sag. But other than that, it is completely stock. But as I said earlier, we have a ton of boxes with a bunch of new parts that we're going to be installing today. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up, unbox some of this stuff, and show you guys what I got. Alright, chat, as you guys can see, we have quite a lot of boxes with quite a lot of stuff that we're going to be installing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this box here and show you what all we got. So inside of these two boxes here, we have our brand new taillights, because I don't know if you guys seen, but the taillights that are on there right now are really faded and broken as well. So we got the brand new taillights. I believe that's the left one and then the right one. And then inside this box here, we also have some brand new door handles, because the ones again on the truck are the original ones and they're pretty faded and, well, pretty ugly. So we need to get some new ones on there. And then in this box here, we have a brand new third brake light. Again, also because the one that's on there right now is pretty faded and, well, it needs a new one, so we went ahead and ordered one of these as well. And inside this box is the new headlights for the truck. And of course, all of these small boxes here are all of our brand new LEDs for the headlights, the tail lights, and some interior lights as well. So we got LEDs for the whole thing. I also have a bullet antenna because nobody wants that long ass antenna that's on it, so we're going to be taking that one off. And then this right here is a harness that I get asked for a lot, so I'm going to leave this linked in the description below, because on my other single cab, the DRLs and the blinker lights work together, so they're both on all the time. And I've had people ask me, you know, how did I do that if I wired it myself. But they make this custom harness, so it's a DRL delete harness, so that your front lights will stay on together. But I'll show you guys more of this later when we install it. We also got some brand new license plate lights, because the ones on there are old and yellow, of course. And then I believe in this small box here, these are more LEDs. I believe these are the ones that are going to go on the side markers and on the interior. These ones here are also interior lights. And then in this big box, chat, tenemos the new side mirrors, because again, the mirrors that are on the truck are like pretty messed up and it needs new ones, so we're going to be throwing those on. And this other box here, I believe this is the last box. In here we have floor mats, because when I bought the truck, the previous owner didn't have floor mats, and well, I went ahead and ordered some. So where should we start, chat? I think I'm gonna start with the headlights, because that's probably the easiest, or maybe actually the taillights. So we're gonna start with the taillights, the third brake light, and we're gonna throw the LEDs in them as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. All right, chat, as you guys can see, these are the original taillights, I believe, and well, they're pretty cooked if you can't already see. This one literally has tape on it because I believe it's broken, and the one on the driver's side it's intact, but it's pretty faded. So I went ahead and ordered new ones of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up on the camera and take these guys off. Alright, chat, so to take off the taillights, you just gotta open up your tailgate, and there'll be two Phillips screws on here holding the taillight in on the side. Same thing on that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them out real quick. So once you have the two screws out, the taillight should just be able to pop out here. There it is. It has like little tabs that hold it in here, and then you just twist your bulbs to get them out. And boom, just like that, chat, we got the old tail light out, and this is our new tail light. And compared to the old one, well, you guys can see how much better these ones look. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these bulbs out. We need to replace them with the brand new LEDs before we put on the new tail light. Alright, chat, we have the new LEDs right here. These ones are from the brand Oxido, I think, and the tail lights have 3 of them. They're all 3 the same. So the old ones, you can just pull them out just like that, and you can see the difference in the old ones compared to the new ones. These new ones are going to be a lot brighter. So again, they just go clipped in just like that. They're all the same, so you can just push them in just like that. So now we're ready to put on the new tail light, chat. So it's the same thing on the back. Has the 3 holes of where the 3 little pigtails go into. So you'll just take them, push them in, and just twist. Once you have them all in, you can just push it back into place, and then put your 2 screws back in on the side. And now we're gonna go ahead and replace the passenger one. It's again the same thing. Has the 2 screws on the inside, and it pops right out, and it has 3 LEDs as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one real quick, and I'll pick the camera back up once I'm done. Alright, chat, I just went ahead and replaced the passenger tail light, and you guys can see, I mean, it looks a whole lot better with these brand new lights, and it has brand new LEDs in them too, so they're gonna be a lot brighter también. Alright, chat, I also went ahead and replaced the third brake light, just because I had some trouble taking it off, because whoever put it on there didn't use the right screws. So I still have to go to the store and get new ones to replace those ones. But we got that done and out of the way, and now we're ready to move on to the front of the truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the box and show you guys the new headlights that we got, and also the new LEDs that we got for them. Alright, chat, these are the new headlights that we got. Go ahead and open up the box here. There's another box in here. Put this one to the side. These are the new headlights that we got for the truck. They're fully clear, and they're the same ones that I'm running on my other single cab. Also got the new low beams and high beams for them as well, which I have right here, which I'll open up in just a second. But that, I believe, is the passenger side, and here we have the driver's side. Go ahead and get this box out of the way. These here are the other two headlights. These are where your DRL and the blinker go, and the little side markers too. So again, these are the same ones that are run on my other single cab, and this comes with an entire set, the four lights. But let me get this one out here too. We're gonna take this film off of it so you guys can see. No mames. I'll leave a link of where I got these. I believe I got them on eBay, or no, actually I got these off of a brand called HID Kits. So again, I'm gonna leave the link for these down below in the description, as well as the LEDs, which are these ones here. These are 9006, so these are our low beams. You can see they have the built-in fan to keep them cool. So we have those, and then we have these ones are our high beams. Now, they look very similar, but if you look at the back here, they'll have a number, and the 9005 are the low beams, or no, the 9005 are the high beams, and the 9006 are the low beams. So it's kind of confusing. I think I said that right, but if not, you could just look online. So I believe that's, you know, the correct way, but I might be wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and start taking the old ones off. Alright chat, real quick, I'm gonna show you guys the old headlights. They aren't too bad, but you can see this top one's like really faded, and well, this bottom one is broken. And on this side, the driver's side, again, the top one is pretty faded, and the bottom one on this one's complete, but they're also halogens, I believe they're called, so they're not LEDs, so they really aren't that bright. And we really need LEDs in this truck because, I mean, you guys can see this is the tint that we put on the windshield. It's pretty dark, so I need LEDs porque no puedo mirar nada anoche. So these new lights, again, like I said, are the ones that I run in my other truck, and they're pretty bright. So I'm gonna set you guys up on the tripod, and we're gonna go ahead and take these old ones off. Alright chat, so we're gonna go ahead and open up the hood, and to take the headlights off, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's these two little metal tabs here, these little rods, I guess, and you just flick them to the side, a la verga, and you want to just pull them up. Sometimes they get stuck, but it should be pretty easy, and your headlights should just be able to come right out. So pop this side out, and then yeah, you can see the back of this one's also broken. So I'm just gonna unplug the harness from the bulb. Do the same thing on this one. There we go. For the bottom one, there's this little push tab in here, like right behind this spot. You just push it in, and it'll just pop out just like that. And then these ones are twist ones, like the taillights. So you just push it in and you twist. You push it in and you twist. And you just twist the small one out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these bulbs out of here because we're gonna be replacing these ones for LEDs también. These ones just come out. Take the little small one out. And now we're ready for the new headlights. Went ahead and got my LEDs. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in just like so. Need to grab the small one real quick. This is the small one. Just make sure you put it in there correctly. And then now, same thing, you just push them in and you give them a twist and they'll lock into place. Alright chat, I went ahead and got the lower light in, and I also went ahead and threw the new LEDs in the new headlight. So all that's left to do is just plug it in, just like that. Push our cables back, and then slide our light in just like that. And then you just want to align it and slide your locking pins back down in. This pin wants to go back in. There we go, just like that. So now you can see we have all new LEDs and completely new headlights on the passenger side. So all that's left to do now is the driver's side. Alright chat, I'm about to finish doing the driver's side, and I completely forgot to show you guys the DRL delete harness that I was talking about earlier. So the harness just goes plugged into your DRL light plug, which is this one here, and it's gonna eliminate the, I guess you can say, single turn signal light. So basically this one plug is gonna make it to where both of these lights work as DRLs and both of the lights work as turn signals. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting the driver side lights in, and I'm gonna turn them on so that you guys can check them out. Alright chat, chequense nomás the new LEDs that we got on the front end of the truck. You guys can see the DRLs are now working together, and they work together as blinkers también. And the new headlights just look like 10 times better than the old ones, the old crusty ass ones that we had on. Now all that I really have left to do is just the new side mirrors. So as you can see, I mean, that's not okay chat. So you guys can see, I mean, this one's literally just held on by tape, and the driver one is like sticking out. I'm not sure if this one's missing a bolt, but you guys can see, I mean, this one's pretty flimsy and it's also broken right there. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the doors and take off the little inside panel. These ones are just held in by, I believe, 3 10mm bolts, and well, I hope it's held in by 3 10mm bolts, because, and I don't know, I might have to run to the store to get some new bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys from the inside real quick. I'm gonna open up the door. So on the inside, you're just gonna pop this little panel out. Should be able to get it just like that. It's just 2 little clips. This one got stuck, so I gotta take that one out, put it back on. But it's just these 2 clips. You're gonna go ahead and unplug the harness for it. And then these are, oh look, it does have all 3 bolts. These are the 3 bolts that are holding the mirror in. They're 10mm, and it'll be the same thing on the passenger side. So I'm gonna take these off real quick, and I'm gonna get back to y'all when we're installing the new ones. Alright, so I went ahead and unplugged the light, and well, I mean, if you guys can't see that, these bolts are pretty loose, so that's probably why this mirror is about to fall off. So whoever put these on didn't tighten them all the way, clearly. Let me just hold the mirror from the outside so it doesn't fall on me while I take the last bolt off. Now you come from the outside, and you just want to pull it out and make sure your pigtail doesn't get stuck on anything. And yeah, I mean, actually this one doesn't look broken. I think it was just probably just loose, but we're still going to replace it anyways. Alright chat, and this one is the new replacement one. You guys can see it's a lot cleaner and a lot nicer than the old one. So to install this one, it's the same thing. Just push it in from the outside. Make sure you don't drop it because it's going to break, obviously. So go ahead and hold it from the outside and then get these screws started here. Just like that. No mames chat. So I dropped the bolt, unfortunately. Dang, man. So I'm going to have to get it out one day whenever I take the door panel off. But I mean, at least we got 2 of them on for now. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten these ones up so my mirror isn't loose anymore. And actually chat, now that I'm thinking about it, since we are replacing the door handles, we are going to have to take the door panel off anyways. We'll get that bolt once we get there. But for now, we'll just leave it like this. So, and I'm not even going to put this panel back on because we're going to take the door panel off. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the passenger side, We're gonna replace the passenger side mirror, and then we're gonna get started on taking the old outside door handles off and replacing those. Alright chat, I just went ahead and finished replacing the passenger side mirror. As you can see, it looks a whole lot better and it's not loose at all. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to taking the door panel off here to give us access to the door handle. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up on the camera to show you guys how to remove your door panel. It's pretty easy. You're gonna need a flathead, and then you can just pry this piece off, pry up on your switches here, but unplug them just like so. And then this little piece comes out here too, so just pull up on it and then just take it off like that. We also got to take this little light out. I didn't even realize that this light was broken, chat. If not, I would have ordered some, but I didn't. So real quick, just pop this one out, and it wasn't even connected either, and it's missing the bulb. So this is something that I didn't realize was broken. If not, I would have ordered some, but I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, once you have that stuff out, your door panel should just pop right up just like that, like so. We're here on the far right hand side, up underneath this little pocket here. If you reach up here, you'll feel the 3 bolts that are holding on the door handle. Just go ahead and get them loose here. Alright chat, once you have your 3 bolts out, your door handle should be able to just pop out just like this. And then you want to take your flathead and just push out on these little holders. Once you have those 2 little locking pins out, your door handle should just be able to slide right out just like that. Alright chat, once you have your old one out, the new one in goes the same way. These are the little tabs that hold on to your metal bars here, and then these are where your 3 bolts go on to. And now just go from the inside and put your 3 screws back on. Alright chat, as you can see, I went ahead and replaced the driver's side door handle already. It was the same process as the passenger door, and on the inside I also went ahead and threw the little LEDs on the courtesy lights. I replaced the little LEDs for the footwell lights and the LED for the dome light. I went ahead and did that off camera since it was quick and easy. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the back, because I forgot that I also have the new license plate lights. So I'm going to go ahead and replace those real quick as well. Alright chat, we have our new license plate LEDs here. As you can see, the LEDs are built into these ones. They don't have an actual bulb in them. So these ones should just be able to come right out. This one's broken, so that's why it's obviously came out pretty easily. But you should just be able to just like that, and they'll pop right out. And then you just want to twist out your LED here. Twist this one out here as well. And then just go ahead and pull our little burnt out bulb here. I mean, you guys can see thing's black, bro.
Okay.
Like no mama's chat. Anyways, you're gonna take your new one here, and as you can see, it just has a little LED chip, and this one will just go plugged in just like this. I'm trying to do this one-handed, chat. See if I can get it in there or not. Just like that, chat. And so you're just gonna push this light back in. It should just clip into place just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this one, and I'll show you guys what they look like when they're turned on. Alright chat, check it out. I just went ahead and replaced the other LED, and you guys can see just how much brighter and nicer they are. You can also see my new taillights and how much better they look también. And so we only have 2 things left to do, chat. We have the floor mats to unbox and just throw in the truck, and then we also have our bullet antenna to replace the long ass antenna that's obviously on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first, and we'll do the floor mats last. So sometimes these antennas can be stuck, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to take it off using a pair of pinzas here, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty on there, so and then just twist it off, and no mames, chat, well, we just went ahead and broke the first thing on the truck. So just by looking at it, this thing was completely seized in there. You can see the thread literally broke off with it. The base in here is actually completely stuck as well, so ended up breaking basically clean off. So I don't think there's any way for me to get out the thread that's in there. So unfortunately I might have to get a new antenna piece, at least replace this whole base in order to put the bullet antenna on. So yeah. All right, chat. So unfortunately, of course, we're not going to be able to replace the old antenna with our new bullet antenna just because the base of it broke. So we're going to have to get a new one ordered and replace the entire base in order to throw this on, which is unfortunate because it was like the final piece of the puzzle. But the only other thing that we have left to do for the video, chat, is throw these new floor mats in. So I went ahead and bought these off of Amazon. They're the same ones that I run in my other single cab, and I'm personally more of a fan of these like thinner, I guess you can say flimsier ones, just because I'm not a huge fan of the hard, rough liners. I'm not sure what they're called, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But I like these more because they're easier to clean and they fit better in the single cabs too. So, alright, chat, I just went ahead and threw the new floor mats in, as you can see, and the entire truck is just looking a whole lot better after today, man. But with that said, thank you to everybody who watched the complete video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment down below what else y'all like to see me do to the truck. And also follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I'll be uploading a whole lot more content and also vlogging a lot more. So I'll catch y'all in the next one.